I am Jeremiah Watt. I live in Coalinga, California, and I teach Western bright cut engraving. Not to be confused with engraving guns and knives and that kind of stuff. I make bits, spurs, and mostly stuff that goes on saddles. It'll be used on horses by cowboys and buckaroos across the West and around the world. I have been an engraver for 32 years. I would have to say I've been instructing for 32 years. The reason I would put it that way is not to be a wise guy, but I had to basically teach myself. There were no classes, no schools, no books, no DVDs. What I teach or what I do is bright cut engraving, and even today there are no books up there that deal with specifically bright cut engraving. There are literally dozens of books that deal with engraving as a generality, but not in the specific genre of engraving that I do. So I've been an active teacher of engraving for 20 or 21 years with GRS and by myself. But as far as being a student of engraving or teaching engraving, I guess since I taught myself, I started teaching before I started engraving. For me, the whole process of starting engraving was sort of happen chance. I worked as a saddle maker, sleeping on the floor in the saddle shop, and a guy who I was apprenticing with said, you ought to maybe do something else in the evening. So to me, it just seemed like silver was sort of a natural progression. A lot of the same artistic bents and talents that you need to develop are in silver as well. So, and a lot of the saddles that you build have silver on them. It just seemed like a natural step to me. So, and it stopped me from engraving or from carving leather for 24 hours a day. So it was the step that needed to be made to stop me from burning out doing leather work. And it was a good one. If I had a favorite part of any class throughout the day, it would be those occasions when we all sit at the main table and discuss the problems we're having. Those places where some people are having more success than the other, we begin to share those with one another. I think it's the underlying development of camaraderie amongst the whole group. Once I realized that taking a moment in the morning, first 15 minutes, everybody needs to wake up, have a cup of coffee anyways. We discussed the artwork side of it, just to kind of loosen the class up. So yeah, I think it's real important. You come back after lunch, that same 15 minutes, half an hour is pretty dead. Everybody's half asleep. So rather than sit at the bench and fall asleep, we sit at the table and we're livelier and more discussing things. So I think it's real important.